Hey, welcome back to the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. Today we have Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen. Yeah, it's a Lindsay Lohan movie, as if you can't tell from the video, from the picture back there. This is a 2004 film. I think it was released in in theaters. I think it was like the peak era in which she was moving from little Disney starlet to a little bit more of a wild child kind of scenario. I really don't know. I didn't really keep track of her career. She's a cutie for sure, but yeah, really didn't follow her career that much. We saw Herbie a couple months or weeks ago, and that was fun. That was cute. This not as much. It's about an hour and a half long. Like I said, from 2004. It's about a girl who who lives in New York City, and she wants to be a movie star, or at least she wants to be an actress. Let's just say she wants to be an actress, and she needs to stay in New York. But of course, she lives with her mom and her two sisters. They were twins, and mom decides to move them all to New Jersey, Delwood, which she calls Deadwood, New Jersey. Again, I realize to people who probably grew up in New York, New Jersey, any part of New Jersey is a hellscape that's far, far away. But really, it's, depending on where you are in Jersey, it's honestly no more than 2 hours away. And, you can take the train. Trains exist. Anyway, yeah, I I know my way around New York City and the area. I grew up in the Northeast, so I know how this works. But apparently, what's her name? Her name's Lola. Her real name is Mary, but she likes to be called Lola because it's more, I don't know, exciting. But she hates having to move to New Jersey, although she quickly becomes friends with a girl played by Alison Pill, the girl you see right there. You might recognize her from most recently, Picard, Star Trek Picard. She's like the second lead after Patrick Stewart. She's listed next after Patrick Stewart on the credits, and she plays a very big part in the first season of that series. And she also used to play drums for Sex Bomb in Scott Pilgrim versus the World. But yeah, you probably know her from a bunch of other places because she's done her share of stuff. But here she plays the much more mousy and sort of nerdy and very timid best friend of what's her face. Hold on a second. Her name's Ella. Of Lola's friend. So Lola and Ella, a lot of L's there. They become fast friends because they bond over a love of the same rock star from a band. What's his name? Stu, but he's in a band called Sid Arthur. Sid Arthur, yeah. Sure. They're the greatest rock band in the world, apparently, and they're breaking up, and they got to go to the final show. There's like so many different story threads in this thing, by the way, that it seems like they commit to none of them. And that's why my main problem with the film is that she has to move from New York to New Jersey. She has trouble making friends, fitting in with the cool kids, because guess who? The mean girl in this movie is Megan Fox. The alpha mean girl is Megan Fox. And she's got one, sometimes two. They usually come in threes, but the third one never has any lines. And the second one is just sort of to play off of the main mean girl. So there's, again, a clique of mean girls, but this is not Mean Girls, obviously, which is a much better film. But yeah, Megan Fox is the villain in this. They're both competing socially. They're both competing for the lead role in the musical. By the way, the teacher that runs the drama department is Carol Kane, which, if you don't know who that is, sorry for you, but you might recognize her from Kimmy Schmidt on Netflix. But Carol Kane plays a teacher, and she's always hilarious. So yeah, you get Carol Kane in here. If nothing else, for her scenes, she plays a great, wacky kind of teacher that the girls both try to work over in order to get the lead role. And yeah, so we got the social status moving. We got, oh, by the way, yeah, that so we got almost two Disney cliches here. One is the moving fish out of water thing. You got to always move from big city to small town, or small town to big city, or Hawaii to somewhere, or somewhere to Hawaii. That's where it has to usually work. But there's no Hawaii in this one. After that, the other one is Dead Parent. She tells a story of how her dad died in a motorcycle accident. Lola is a bit of a drama queen because people start to realize, especially her little best friend Ella, that she's making stuff up. So this is a technicality. Her dad is not dead, even though she says he is, and doesn't really. It sort of informs her character, but really doesn't. And you don't really get to know much about him. You don't get to know much about him. Mom is supposedly weird, but you don't see enough situations in the movie in which she is weird, or that people reacting to her is weird. She has two sisters. They honestly do absolutely nothing. I have a feeling there might be a 5-hour cut of this film where these actors actually get to do something, and they have lines. But no, it's Lola, it's Lindsay in every scene for the most part, which, not a bad thing necessarily, but it's still, it doesn't make you go, oh my god, this is going somewhere. Well, of course, there's, like I said, there's a competition for the role, and then it turns out because the band is breaking up, they're using both their contacts, Megan Fox and Lindsay Lohan, to their contacts. They have contacts. They're teenage girls. They don't even drive. To get tickets to the final show of Siddhartha in New York City, which, in a sense, would have made for a great, I don't know, ticking clock battle against the forces of nature, trying to get to the show, and that is what that does happen. But there's really no challenge. Megan Fox she just does her thing. She gets in no matter what. Lindsay Lohan and Lola and Ella, they have a little bit more trouble. And yeah, but you figure the stakes just aren't that high, because the real thing is they all want to go to the same party. Of course, Megan Fox, she already has an invite. Lola keeps lying about how she has a ticket to the party at a private residence, an invitation, I should say, not a ticket, but an invitation. And so she tries to lie in every way to get through that. And by the way, Ella can't lie. She hyperventilates at the slightest inconvenience and is a little bit excitable. But, which Alison Pill is great in this, by the way. She does play the mousy, neurotic best friend who's sweet as pie. And then once Lola pushes her too far, she puts her foot down and she has a spine, and she's great when that happens. So there are great moments in this, but like I said, that there's the battle between, trying to get to the concert, and then trying to get to the party, and then trying to do the musical, which also sort of gets pushed off to the side. I don't really understand what's going on. It seems like it wants to do everything, and it just never lands anything. Of course, once it reaches the point where, I'm going to spoil this, they all get to the party. Obviously, Megan Fox is there with her friends, and Lola and Ella get in the party as well, because they actually rescue the drunken rock star Stu that they both love, especially Lola loves. They take him to get coffee, but they have no money, and he doesn't have money, so they all have to go to the police station, and he's drunk out of his mind. For a Disney film, for the character to be so visibly drunk, even though you never see him touch a bottle of liquor once. And by the way, at his party, not a drop of alcohol. No drugs either, obviously, because it's a Disney film, but you'd figure a rock star who has addiction problems is gonna have a bit more than just people just laying around just going, I'm at a party. So yeah, it's a Disney. There's a number of little limitations here and there for depicting certain things. but yeah, so Lola and Ellie get to meet the rock star. They get to hang out with him. Their clothes are all soaking wet because they get caught in the rain, and so he gives them some of his clothes, and so they're just hanging out at his party in his clothes. And they even see Megan Fox, and Megan Fox sees them, but she ignores them. And then the next day at school, Megan Fox is like, "You were never there. I never saw you. You're not friends with anybody. You're lying." And so because Lola has been crying wolf so much in the past, it's really easy to say anything that she says is a lie. So they have nothing to prove to anybody, Ella and Lola, but apparently, that's just not enough for some people. Uh, Somehow it then twists back to the musical, and Lola's all depressed because she doesn't want to do it, but then last minute she gets her mind changed, and Megan Fox is ready to go on and play her role. She was like the second choice to play. Oh, by the way, this is a modern retelling of My Fair Lady called Eliza Rocks. Yeah, with modern music figured in, and the orchestra plays all their instruments on Apple laptops. There's some product placement in this movie. But yeah, there's basically just two rows of kids in suits pressing buttons on their laptops to play different music. There's dance sequences. I mean, there was no singing except for the audition, but once you get to the musical, there's a number of different songs that Lindsay Lohan performs in tight outfits in. And it's a modern retelling of My Fair Lady, and yes, that storyline is supposed to reflect back on everything that Lola has said and done, and everything else, trying to be somebody who she's not, or being expected to be somebody who she's not. The whole My Fair Lady plotline sort of dovetails with this, and then they paid for the money to use changes from David Bowie, and changes, whatever. By the time they're done with that, it's a hit. The musical is a hit. Everybody's standing ovation. It's great. Curtains close, curtains open again, and then there's like a big dance sequence in more crazy outfits and dudes in blue hair, and they're singing Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen, literally the theme song of the movie, as sort of like an epilogue to the musical. That, I don't know. All I know is that she's staring at the camera. Lindsay Lohan is fourth walling it throughout the entire song. Like, she's not performing to the people in the crowd, she's performing to the camera, no matter which way it moves. And it's just weird. I don't know. It just, like, now let's throw a music video on at the end, because you know what? Lindsay Lohan was a pop star at some point. Oh, and then they finish everything off. Like, they didn't even have to do this, but Megan Fox is holding a party at her mansion where, she lives in Rich Person Town, New Jersey. The rich part of town, New Jersey. And I don't know why, but she grabs a hot dog and she walks to the door when the doorbell rings, and there's Stu, the big rock star she's just like, oh, abba. I don't know where the hot dog went at this point. I don't know, but she's Megan Fox is like surprised, and maybe it's the after party to the thing, but everybody's really super dressed up. I've been to after parties for High School Musicals, and nobody gets that dressed up. People just get drunk. High school kids. But anyway, Stu shows up sober, and he's there because he was told by Lola's dad, not dead dad, that who's now friends with Lola's dad. He's friends with Lola's dad, the rock star Stu, because of dad's dog is a celebrity and he likes the dog. Whatever. He shows up at the party because he tells Megan Fox that again, I'm using Megan Fox's her name is Carla. Okay, Carla. Megan Fox's character is named Carla, but you don't. If I say Carla at this point, you're not going to care or know. So Megan Fox is he tells Megan Fox that, oh, I heard Lola's here. I'd like to see her. Like, you couldn't wait till she got home. Obviously, this whole thing was just set up so that Megan Fox could get humiliated for being the mean girl. And then she falls into a fountain in her living room or something. In her foyer. I don't know. There's a fountain she falls into. And then to show just how good of a person she is, Lindsay Lohan goes and gives her her hand or helps her out of the thing. And so the humiliation that they're running into the ground of, losing, being humiliated and losing the role to Lindsay Lohan and everything else that happens as she just keeps getting stepped on further and further. The mean girl just gets her comeuppance all the way, and then Lindsay Lohan dances with the rock star, who's honestly probably twice her age, but it's like the man. He's like second only to Shakespeare in his writing, and so it's a fantasy moment. She forgot her necklace at his house, and so of course you return it to her at a party when there's going to be 1,000 teenagers who are just like, oh my god, it's Stu from Sid Arthur. Come on. If you're a celebrity, that's the last place you're showing up to return a necklace. You're mailing it, your assistant's mailing it to the address. Or you're just going to go hang out at her dad's place and say, hey, come on over, I got your necklace. And we'll hang out a bit again because, hey, thanks. I'm now off drugs and I'm not drinking anymore. So she did that too. She helped him get into rehab again. He makes a point of saying again, which in context, wow, it says a lot. So in a Lindsay Lohan movie. So anyway, that's Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen, the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. A lot's going on, but yet nothing really happens. It's a showcase piece for her time for that time in her career. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, they have to all, again, because it's this type of movie, they have to do all sorts of dancing and conversations and montages. There's a makeup montage on a train, getting dressed montage on a train that's also supposed to be funny, and it is kind of funny, but it's needless. They could have got dressed at home, I don't know, but it's not like they were hiding it from their parents or anything. And then, in order to show that whenever they have a conversation between Megan Fox and Lindsay Lohan, they always have to be doing something else. They do a Dance Dance Revolution challenge while they have a I'm better than you are kind of conversation about who is going to go to the Sid Arthur concert and go to the after party. And they both destroy each other's confidence in the Dance Dance Revolution machines, which are not DDR machines. They're something else, but something else generic that they couldn't get the rights to. But yeah, they did all that. It's just weird. It's just, there's just so much. I think I missed a ton of stuff that I could have talked about. But hey, if you want to watch this, if you missed this from 2004 and you want to revisit it, go check it out, see how well it aged. All right, here we go. Let's pick tomorrow's Disney Plus Everyday Challenge. 684. Ooh, toward the top. I'm gonna have to do some scrolling today. 6, 8, 4, 8. Oh, hey! We had the series related to this movie, but this is a classic. This is one of the classics. Wait, yes, there it is. 684. Let me zoom in, so you can see it better. The Three Caballeros. 684. We got Donald. We got Jose. Oh, what's the other third one? I can't remember. But we got the birds of a feather. They're flocking together and they're going on an adventure. This is the classic, I think. This is not the series because we already had that. So come on, join me on the Disney Plus Everyday Challenge tomorrow with the Three Caballeros. You're not going anywhere. Not for a long time. So might as well do it. See you back here tomorrow. Bye.